Nope.
What is up, y'all? I am back with another video. So it is currently 8:34. The girl is awake, but I'm not awake. I'm making it, okay? Today, if I say, where's my notes? I have some notes here. Hey, pass it back. By the title, we're getting uncomfortable. So I'm actually getting ready for class. I leave at 10 o'clock, so I have plenty of time, but you know, I just want to postpone my workout until later so I can sit down and talk about this, okay? Right now, I'm just gonna like put some clothes on, take my hair loose or whatever, and then get into my first topic. So I will be back when I got my clothes on. So, honestly, I just had to change my shirt and my jacket because I already have pants on. I already have my pants on because I didn't feel like going through all that. But, okay. So as I do this, let me take them out because I feel like I'm smacking like the whole time. So the first topic I want to discuss is like how I've been feeling lately. So at the beginning of school, of course, like every year I always say I'm gonna be motivated, I'm gonna do blah blah blah, so on and so forth. And I started like that. I honestly started like that. And I don't really think it's because of school. I think it's just because of like everything that I'm like trying to do, like as in terms of like YouTube and all that good stuff, and also trying to keep up with people and worrying about people and stuff like that. And that kind of like sets the tone for like the rest of the video. Just basically like I really haven't been feeling anything. Like I haven't been feeling, if y'all heard that slang with my dad leaving out, I haven't been feeling school. I haven't been feeling working out. Like it's been so hard to work out because it's just like I don't want to. Like I just want to sit around and just do nothing. I don't want to talk to people. Like I just don't want to do anything. Yeah, I just don't want to do anything. Like I just want to sit around and just mope and just listen to music, just really relaxing, chill music. And it's just so weird because I haven't felt like that in like so long. And it's not like a sad feeling, I just don't care. Like I'm just so nonchalant. And I kind of don't like it because I do want to be productive and I know I need to be productive. But like, it's like my mind or whatever and my mood just doesn't let me. This turned out really cute. Do y'all see that? Look at this.
So for anybody who wanted to know, does this hair curl? You just have to leave it overnight. So if y'all get this hair from my previous video, if you have not seen that video, please go check it out. If you like lashes and if you're into hair and stuff like that, go check it out. So yeah, if you guys get this hair, just know that you have to leave it overnight so you can get like a really cute pattern. I might actually do a video of like how to like get the curls in this because this turned out like way cuter than what I thought it would.
And you know, I wonder why like I'm so like, you know, tired. I'm so drained. I get so aggravated is because like I'm always focusing on somebody else and I feel like that's okay. Like I've done it so long, I feel like that's normal and it's not. Like I don't know, like it just became to a point where I just felt so mentally drained. Like I felt so drained and it would cause me to like act out towards people. Like people would say like simple stuff and I would just be like, no, like I would just get so angry. People like, I just asked you something so simple. Like the stuff I should be like getting upset about, I don't get upset about. But the things like when people actually try to say like, you know, maybe focus on yourself, blah blah blah, it's like I don't pay attention to it because I don't know how. I don't know how to just isolate myself and just stay in this zone by myself. And it's like so crazy because I remember I asked for like isolation and you know I prayed about isolation and stuff like that. And it's like when you pray for something, you get the opposite. Okay, you pray to God that you focus on yourself or you focus on school. It's like a million things that would like on average get your attention is that like plus more. So it's like all these little things that, you know, catch your attention or all these little things that grab your attention throughout the day and keep your attention, it's that times like 10 more issues. But I just hate how it affects my schoolwork, and it also affects my workout habits, because that's actually something I'm trying to grow in. And I do feel like that's kind of a barrier as well, because yes, I shouldn't really be focused on other people, because right now this is a time where I really need to be focusing on my mental health and my education. But it's also going into other things that kind of bring me peace and kind of bring me joy and happiness. And now it's like I'm not interested in that anymore. So the next topic that I was asked forever ago to talk about, but I just never talked about it for some reason, one of those uncomfortable topics, to be honest, is God. And the reason why it's so uncomfortable is because I tend to get emotional. So if I get emotional, it is what it is. I'm gonna like sum this up and maybe make it a whole video if you guys want me to make it a whole video. Is just a simple fact of like how I found God. So to sum up the story, I had a grandmother who was very spirited. Like God was in the middle of her world. Like God was her world, to be honest. And growing up, like I had that spirit type household. Like everything was God. Like all I knew was God. Of course, I didn't know him for myself. Like I knew, okay, Jesus died on the cross, God was his father, that story. But like I really never experienced him, I guess you should say. So once my grandma passed away, I feel like that was like the first time that I actually like experienced him, because it was just a simple fact that I lost somebody who was so dear to me and someone who I loved. And it broke me, because it seemed like at that point in time, like everything was just like not worth it anymore. And everything was just like, I don't know, nothing was normal. Everything was just weird. Everything was, like she was supposed to see me graduate. I didn't want to graduate anymore. Like I just had no motivation to graduate, because I was like, okay, this was for her. Like she was the person who wanted to see me walk across that stage, and now she's not here. So like, why do this? I have no purpose of doing this anymore. And when things became to be a lot, when it came to my emotions and the fact that she's not here living this life with me anymore, there was nothing else I was left to do. Like the only thing that I felt like I had left was God, and gaining my relationship by myself with God, because I can't depend on her relationship that she had with him and the fact that she prayed for me every night to be a strong woman, or to be the person she knew I should grow up to be. I had to do that on my own. I think like the hugest struggle for a teenager being, so strongly, having strong beliefs in God and actually trying to be a follower of God in this day and age is very difficult. And realizing that, you're going to make mistakes, whether you're a teenager, whether you're an adult. You're going to make mistakes, and that's very hard to understand sometimes, even for myself. I'm the type of person, I'm one of those people who kind of make a mistake, and I feel like I shouldn't make mistakes, but God tells you that you are not perfect. You're not going to be perfect. It's going to be hard. The more you try to be like me, the more life is going to get difficult, and I've learned that in various different ways. And at this point in time in my life, I'm also working on, being a better me, but also understanding that I'm not going to be perfect. Life isn't going to be perfect. And it sucks, because sometimes it's really hard to believe anything that you do in the world, God is going to forgive you. And, you go around in the world and you see these people who, you do them wrong, and they're like, how could I ever forgive you for something like that? And you take it to God, and it's like, I'm the person who's going to forgive you no matter how bad the situation is. It's just insane. Just knowing that you've had these difficulties in your life and you've made these mistakes, it's just so crazy to think that, someone loves you regardless of how crazy life gets, regardless of how dumb you can be. He still has his arms wide open, ready to accept you into his arms and ready to bring you home every single time. It's just crazy. And to think like, out of all the things I've done, there's people who's turned away from me. There's people who've talked bad about me. There's people who have mistreated me for those things. But the person who still waits, the person who still listens, the person who's been there since the jump, and the person who knew like from the jump that you're going to make this mistake, that you're going to do this crazy thing, is still there and telling you that he loves you every single day. It's just insane that somebody can love you that much. And I think that's why, you know, I think that's just why it's just, I guess, like, why my faith is so strong. I've been there where I haven't had anyone to listen to me. I've been there where I've been alone and feeling like my life is over and feeling like there's nothing left to live for. But the one person who was still standing there, the person who told me, you know, it's going to be okay and has proved to me many times it's going to be okay, who else am I going to put my trust in? There's no one else I can put my trust in, because if I put my trust in somebody else, they're going to let me down every single time. But the one person who has never let me down is God. So if y'all want a best friend who's not going to let you down, who's going to listen to you and won't get upset if you wake them up out of their sleep, is God. So that's a good recommendation right there if you're looking for one. It's just crazy because it's like when you have one thing right, it's like one thing just explodes the whole situation. It seems like life is just burning down. With me, I don't even think I have anything like crazy right now, except for maybe like school, but it's not too difficult. I feel like in a few weeks, I feel like I am gonna be hit with a sucker punch. But like at this point, like it's just like I'm kind of at the point in my life where I'm just kind of doing the best that I can and just kind of rolling with the punches, and whatever comes, you know, I'll pray about it and God's gonna deal with it, because me freaking out about it ain't gonna help it at all. Like, that's only gonna stress me out, and stress kills. So what's the point of me stressing about something that I really can't change? And it has been proven many times when it comes to school that, boy, when I pray before a test, when I pray throughout that semester, hoping that God, if it's meant for me to come through this, I will come through it. Many times I have came through classes that I was literally failing, and I have just came through, and keeping faith through that. You just can't pray for something and then just poof, you hope for it to happen. You have to have faith, and you have to have hope that God is going to bring you through, that God is going to bring you out. Because when you continue to be in that zone of, okay, I know God's going to bring me through this, I'm praying for it all the time, I'm putting into my effort, even though I may not understand these things that's going on, even though I may not understand, even though I may not feel or I may not see that, you know, this is getting better, that this is going to get better, it's going to get better regardless. Oh my gosh, it's my uncle, he's walking.
Say, why you doing me like that? I don't mean to. Sometimes I feel like I don't need you. Thank you, and then give you the best of me. I can't take back the past, but I got the recipe. If you need me, you can call me. I'm running for you, darling.
I got too much to lose to be sketchy. And if I yield, be my shield and protect me. Yeah, baby, this digging in your DM. Maybe one day you can be my BM.
Take your time, make me wait too long. I got you where I want you. Reflecting dreams inside my soul. I don't like to make assumptions. With your vibe coming out for free. I'm locked in. Jesus, a name above every other name. Jesus, the only one could ever save.
Like every month.
So I'm shining, shining. Body ripping in this feeling. Got a feeling I never knew.
Shout out to my set. Shout out to them boys, you feel me? Shout out to T-Reefa. Shout out to Shinobu. Black Mingo shit. I'm in the, cause like it says, I'm a slaughter, make a marauder. If I want it, I get it. I'm Snapchat, I just slaughter. Finger licking, fine like an appetizer, got me standing.
Sacrifice many things to keep me in your life. So forever I will love you. Won't put no one above you. Then you held me down.
Okay, so pretty much I'm eating like on my little like hair drawer where I have like all my hair stuff in. and I'm eating. Oh, my water's all the way across the room. When I had like my little mukbang or whatever, I discussed like love and relationships, but I said it in terms of, well, I said it in terms of both people, but I mainly talked about it in terms of like females or whatever. So today, men, boys, whatever you guys want to call yourself, whatever point of your life you're in right now, I'm talking about you today. The things I've noticed about guys is like the simple fact of like, well, I mean, I've always been told, but I've never really like, you know, it like, I don't know, come in contact with it, I guess you could say. Like, guys get hurt too. Guys have feelings. And I feel like guys do have like feelings, but they just don't express it. Sometimes they really don't have feelings, but I think it's based on the situation. I just feel so bad for like guys who, you know, the good guys, the actual good guys who are out here trying to do good or like trying to care about people. And it's just those females that go after, they end up getting with him, and these girls end up doing them like so dirty, and then they turn them into like freaking heartless dudes who don't care. And that's even flipped for females, but this isn't about females, this video, this is about guys, okay? Sorry ladies, if you want your own video, ask for one. I haven't even been with that many guys, but like just one situation, or even like a couple, the couple of them, like, I mean, I don't know, even through that, I could still like see the good in guys. Like, I still have hope that there's somebody out there who like is good enough for me. You know, sometimes, yeah, I do get upset and sometimes I do get fed up, but like I still manage to attempt to be with somebody, or I aspire to be with somebody still. I just feel like at this point in my life, one situation or one incident doesn't predict the rest of my life. And that proves for like one person that, you know, I've previously been with. You just have to understand that some things just don't work out. And that's just how life is. Yes, you can be hurt about it. I'm not saying don't be hurt about it, but you have to take it as a learning lesson at some point. And I'm one of those people that like, I don't really let my bad situations really like weigh down on me for a long period of time. I just cry about it for a little bit. I'm upset about it for a little bit, and then I just get over it, because life is like way too short to be upset about petty stuff, or just to be upset about the past type stuff. Like, that's hurting me more than it's hurting the other person that I'm upset with. There's just particular people who I've come into contact with that I will never have any type of, you know, I won't care about them the same way I used to. But then there's, you know, this particular person or just a particular few that no matter what happens, I just don't feel like there's a reason for me to be like, you know what, no, I can't talk to you. No, I can't have a conversation with you. Because it's like, you know, it happened, but at the same time it happened for a reason. And I feel like, and that's the thing too, like, don't put yourself in an upset mood because of stupidity. Like, some people do that because they know they're gonna get a reaction, and I've been through that personally, and it's ridiculous. But honestly, looking back, doing that honestly did nothing for me. Me being petty about the situation did nothing for me. And you will realize that this person is just there to aggravate you. When they sit there, they continue to text you, they continue to pester you, they continue to talk about you on social media, post you on their stories, shade you, whatever they need to do, tell their friends about you, and then their friends come back and tell you what they said, blah, 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 and you still continue to not respond to it. And all of a sudden, they just go ghost, they take you off social media, they delete your number, blah, blah, blah. They do all this, that, and the third. That's how you know they were only out for blood, because then they'll get bored, because they're not getting any excitement like they used to get. They're not getting the attention that they've always wanted. They're not feeding their hunger and making you miserable like they want you to be. Because some people really feed on aggravation. Some people feed off reactions. And honestly, I was like that. So in the time that I was like that, I've noticed I was turning into like a person who wasn't myself, because I knew it was going to be something bad. and I knew, okay, I'm putting them through what they put me through. But how is that going to benefit me? I'm not getting money. I'm not getting recognition. I'm not getting a medal. I'm not winning anything off of this. So what's the point of me doing this? So I honestly can't put the blame on somebody else. And for somebody else, just doing stupid stuff just to get my attention and to see what I'm going to say, because I've done it. Trust me, this ain't no pointing fingers. This is calling out my flaws too, because I've done it. You can only control yourself. So I feel just, what's the point of being nasty to somebody? Like, it doesn't benefit anything. Like, you're not going to be able to control how other people are. People are going to be nasty regardless. Why respond with the same type of actions? And that's what I had to learn too. What's the point of being petty about stuff? There's no point of being petty at all. This is what what does it have to do with me? What is that doing for me? Is this helping me get my education? Does this have to do with my homework that I have to complete? No, it's a waste of my time and I don't want to hear it. Susan has nothing to do with me. Susan's not my family. Susan's not my cousin. Susan's not related to me. Susan's not my mom. Susan's not my professor. So I don't care what anything has to do with Susan and what Susan's doing with her life, because it has nothing to do with mine. And that's why I just feel like there's no point of debating. There's no point of going around to everybody who hears about a rumor about you or hears about something you did, because people are going to talk regardless. People are going to talk and make up stuff. People are going to believe what they want to believe. Even though I make this video about God, and even though it seems like I have my life together, I don't. I mean, I'm not struggling or anything. I'm not going through anything traumatic. But trust me, I was. There are things that, I don't speak about. There are things that I don't talk about. But at the end of the day, God brought me through. And now I'm at the place that I am now. And it's crazy to think that He has brought me out of something that I did not understand how I was going to get out of. But God brought me through. And I'm succeeding. I'm doing better. Way better than what I was previously, or way better than I was doing a few years ago. But every day is a step forward, even a few steps back. But as long as I'm taking a step forward, and as long as God is taking those steps forward with me, that's perfectly fine. So I thank you guys so much for watching. This was a really nice chit chat, a really nice relaxing chit chat, an amazing way to begin my day. I hope you guys stay blessed. I hope you guys continue to prosper and continue to be beautiful and be yourselves and grow in your self-love, grow in your relationships spiritually, mentally, physically, just everything. I hope you guys continue to keep positive vibes, good vibes in your circle. Just know that you are always forgiven. Just know that you are an amazing person. Regardless of what anybody says, you are capable of anything that you put faith in and that you manifest in. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And most importantly, please share this with anyone you feel like who just needs this discussion. If you guys have anything that you want to talk about privately, or if you guys have any more video ideas for situations like this, or just videos like this, just chit chats and things that you guys want to talk about, deep and uncomfortable conversations to make them comfortable, please let me know in the comments or on my social medias. My contact email is also in the description box below. So if you guys ever want to have a discussion about anything privately, or just have any ideas in general, also contact me on my contact email. So again, I thank you guys for watching and have an amazing day. See you guys next time.